For our presentation, we went around and asked people about what they think the Catholic social teachings are, and then after, explained it in our own words. The first Catholic social teaching is life and dignity of the human person. It's the foundation of all other themes. Everyone has value. It is inherent and instinctive part of being human, and it comes from God, and no one can take it away. It is noted in the fifth commandment, no one shall kill.
When I think of life and the dignity of a human person, I think that everybody has, first of all, the right to be born. In utero, they are a person. And then at the end of life, as an elderly person, you have the right to be taken care of and honored.
So Catholic social teaching is the call to family, community, and participation. And it basically states that humans are by nature social and we thrive in community. And the good of each person is tied to the common good, which requires three elements: the respect for the rights of all people, the social well-being and development of the group, and peace, which includes security.
How do you think living in a community is beneficial to a person?
To what?
To a person.
Just the support that you get. You need to be among people to be productive, I think. You need to have support. Your neighbors can give you support, as well as your family if they're close by.
And how do you think you're involved in your community?
I'm not real involved right now. I've been working up until just this last January, so it's been kind of like a long vacation for me. I do intend to do some volunteer work, probably not till the first year because I have a couple vacations coming up.
Okay, the third Catholic social teaching is rights and responsibilities, and this states that every person has the right to life, economic rights, political rights, and cultural rights. And it also says that all of our rights come with responsibilities that we must follow.
I think that we have the right to have a family, raise our children, and I think we need, the responsibilities would be to take care of that family financially, emotionally, spiritually. And a shout out to Brown Latecki.
The fourth Catholic social teaching is the option for the poor and vulnerable. This means that the needs of the poor and vulnerable come first. It's reflected in the seventh commandment with "You shall not steal," and it's our call to justice to help the poor and vulnerable.
How do you live out the fourth Catholic social teaching?
The fourth Catholic social teaching about the option for the poor, I think, is lived out when we interact with each other. And so while I think it's important to consider those that are poor financially, I think it's more important to consider those around us that we interact with on a day-to-day basis and how they might be lacking in maybe compassion, understanding, and so to try to have understanding and patience for those that I talk with and interact with.
The fifth Catholic social teaching is the dignity of work and the rights of the workers. It focuses on the economic activity meant to provide for needs of its members. Individuals have a right to contribute to common good through work and fair wages. It comes from the seventh commandment.
Does your job support the dignity of workers?
Yes.
And do you think that your job helps you provide for your needs?
Most definitely.
The sixth Catholic social teaching is solidarity, and it states that that people should work for justice, and it involves working with, not just working for, other people. And we have to learn from the poor in order to help them, to give the voiceless a voice. And it goes beyond the sharing of material goods and it includes spiritual goods, so every person has the chance to fulfill his and her God-given duty.
What are your thoughts on solidarity?
I think it's very important.
Can you give us an example of solidarity?
A perfect example from my life experience was when Pierce Rothenbacher and Danny Linders went down to Haiti on a mission trip. They were able to collect a variety of things from our school that were donated. For example, leftover pencils and markers and notebooks were, at the end of the year, were sent down for the children to use. Also, the soccer team donated a great deal of soccer balls. Other members of the mission trip were able to have other resources, and they were able to get various things from hygiene products to health aid products that were all sent down for the mission trip in Haiti.
The seventh Catholic social teaching is caring for God's creation. And this says that we are to be stewards and caretakers of all God's creation, and because we take care of everything, that is an offering to Him.
Do you think that the world does a good job of caring for God's creation?
I don't think the world does a good job of caring for God's creation, because I think that with climate change, with the poor, the struggling people, with children that are dying all over the world, and the world is a big place, so I'm thinking about the entire world.
And how do you do your part to care for God's creation?
I don't do enough. I'm kind to people. I recycle. I try to eat well. I try to watch all those things, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think there's enough of a difference.
The eighth Catholic social teaching is the role of government and subsidiarity. This means that the state has a positive function, and it is an instrument to promote human dignity.
Okay, so we are now going into Brewhouse, and this is our fourth interview it'll be. We've had some really interesting reactions. Some people said no, they felt really uncomfortable being on videotape. And some people didn't want to do it because they weren't Catholic, but and yeah, I don't know. Some were kind of sad, the answers. And we need to stop. What do you think of subsidiarity, and do you think that our government is focused on the common good of everyone?
I really don't know the term subsidiary. It's one of the 7 Catholic social teachings.
The ninth Catholic social teaching is participation. All people have the right to participate in the economic, political, and cultural life of society. All people should be assured a minimal level of participation. ARG.
Do you think that everyone is given equal opportunities in life to participate?
No.
Okay. What do you think should happen to make it possible for everyone to equally succeed?
Life will never be fair.
The 10th Catholic social teaching is promotion of peace. This says that peace is a fruit of justice, and it's dependent upon the right order among human beings.
Going to the U.S. Bank to ask people questions. The bank is never busy.
How do you think that someone can promote peace in their everyday life?
Oh gosh, good question. I think people can promote peace just by treating each other, the way that they want to be treated. The Golden Rule, it sounds really tacky, but it really is as simple as that. If you treat people with respect, with kindness, usually you'll get it back.
Yep.
And I think that'll just lead to more peace across the world.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And how do you promote peace in your everyday life?
Kind of like going off that same point. I think I try to treat people with respect, with kindness, in whatever interaction I have with them. The more you can do to lift someone's spirit, to make somebody's day better, the better they'll be, and then hopefully they'll pass that off. Which again is really cheesy, but it's cheesy for a reason, because it's true.
Thank you.